In this video, I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing on my property this year for habitat, to upgrade the habitat, so that way we'll have good hunts this season and for the upcoming seasons after that. So I'm out here right now going to shoot a couple videos today and just show you kind of what I'm doing with my property this year. And so we're right here behind the food plot. If you can see through here, you can see the bare dirt right there. That's the food plot. We've gotten a lot of rain, so it's pretty wet in there, but this is the back screen behind the food plot, and so that's what we're going to be working on this year. That's going to be the main habitat improvement that we do this year, is that switchgrass screen. And so we're going to mow. Right now it's already a pretty good screen, but it's only about probably 4 to 4.5 foot tall screen, where with that switchgrass we'll be able to get to about 6 foot, 7 foot, and it'll be a way bigger screen, way taller screen. And so you could still see deer. Obviously, if a deer was standing right here on the edge, something in the food plot, if there was a coyote right here and a deer was in the food plot, they could see him. So they don't feel protected even with this pretty decent screen that we have here. And I'm so glad that this screen is here, because that'll just add to the habitat diversity and the switchgrass screen itself. So if we have that big switchgrass screen right here, then we'll have this thorn bush right here, this goldenrod, these thorns right here. That's all good stuff for screening and for bedding as well. They're not going to be bedding right next to the food plot. Maybe some does will bed close up in here, but not any mature bucks or anything. This is just mainly for a screen. It's not for bedding. It's right next to food. We don't want food right next to bedding. We want them to travel through here, so that way we get good opportunities to hunt the deer. So right here, about probably a 5 foot to 6 foot wide switchgrass screen. So we're going to come in here hopefully soon. We got a lot of rain and snow yesterday, and so that was probably our last snow of the year. So it's pretty warm out right now. It's supposed to get even warmer. There's actually some stuff in the woods is starting to grow and starting to bloom and germinate. So the spring is coming, and we're going to be getting all this, not all of it, but about 5 foot into this edge habitat right here. We're going to mow all that out, and then we're going to disc it with the tractor disc and the Groundhog Max. Make sure you check that disc out too, because that'll really be able to get in here good, way better than the tractor can. So we'll probably just do that with the Groundhog Max. We'll see what happens. But mow all this, disc it all up, and then I'll spray 2,4-D on it before spring green up. So probably here in just a couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mow this. Then I'm going to spray 2,4-D on it when the weeds are going to be very small and the grass right here is going to be very small. I'm going to spray 2,4-D on it, which is a pre-emergent, so it's going to kill what's going to be coming up in the weeds coming up in the ground. It's going to kill all that, leave this as bare dirt, and then I'll wait 2 weeks after spraying that 2,4-D, and then I'll come in here. I'll probably disc it up a little bit, and then I'll spray glyphosate. I'll spread the seed and spray glyphosate at the same time. So I'll probably spray glyphosate and then spread the seed on it and then pack it in with the 4-wheeler. But the glyphosate will not hurt the switchgrass. The 2,4-D will hurt the switchgrass. So again, I'm going to mow it. A little bit later, I'm going to spray 2,4-D on it. And then 2 weeks after that, once the 2,4-D gets out of the ground, it's already killed the weeds, then we're going to come in here, disc it up a little bit, and if it's bare soil, we'll probably not disc it up, but I doubt it'll be bare soil, so we're going to disc it up, then we're going to spread switchgrass on it, and then the same day we spread the switchgrass on it, just right after we spread the switchgrass on it, we're going to come in here and spray glyphosate on it too. Like I said, the glyphosate will not hurt the switchgrass. The 2,4-D will hurt the switchgrass. That's why we're waiting 2 weeks after we're spraying the 2,4-D. So that'll really give us a good screen right here for the upcoming season. We already got a switchgrass screen over there, if you can see it. Right now, since we had that wet snow and that rain yesterday, it's kind of matted down. And in switchgrass's first year of growth, that's really common for it to lay down. But second year, the 3-year-old switchgrass we have over here is 6 to 7 foot tall, standing up really strong right now. And with this wet rain that we had, and it's doing really good. So in a couple of years, just 2 years, next year, actually, that switchgrass will be standing up just as strong as the 3-year-old switchgrass. Then this switchgrass that we're going to be planting this year, it'll lay down this year, but next year it'll really start to grow a lot more, it'll mature a lot more, and it'll stand up throughout the entire winter. Only if you get severe wintry mixes of wet snow and rain will it actually lay down, but it's very unlikely that that'll happen. And plus we don't get that much snow here anyways in Illinois. So what we're doing this year, the switchgrass, and then we're going to be adding some silky dogwood. That's going to be a big, it's going to be a bush type of screen, but it's also going to provide food. So we're going to, and just natural browse. So we're going to put that in some of the bedding areas over here. We're going to put it in the bedding area over here. And then we might put a little bit in here, probably not much. But that silky dogwood will really just provide the deer with a screen and something for them to browse on as well. So that's what we're going to be doing this year. Not as much as I've done in the previous years, but I'm still kind of thinking about what I'm going to do this year. If I'm going to add more switchgrass, I still got some places that I would like to add switchgrass, but we're just going to see how this year goes, and hopefully we can get all that done by summer. So I'm probably going to be planting this switchgrass in April, late April, mid-April to somewhere in the April range, but that switchgrass will really be good for this spot just to provide a screen, and then we'll have a screen on this whole back side of the food plot. We'll have a screen on the whole front side of the food plot, and then we have trees on either side, so that'll really provide a really great screen, and those deer will really feel protected in that food plot this season and for the seasons to come.